evening, televiewers, and welcome to the English newscast on Info Television. Our headlines. Young Cameroonians have been challenged to shift from job seeking to job creation as the 2025 Academic and Career Counseling Forums opens in Yaoundé, officially launched by the Minister of Higher Education, Professor Jacques Famendongo. And Yaoundé 3 and 6 municipalities are undergoing a transformation as a new waste management system has been put in place. A cleaning agency is giving a new air to dwellers in these neighborhoods. Those were our headlines. Details right ahead. Welcome back. The upgrading of the Douala International Airport has taken a significant step forward as the Minister of Transport, Jean-Ernest Massinangale Bibehe, paid a visit to the airport on September 15, 2025. During his visit, he inspected the security and safety of the infrastructure, as you tell us in this report, Agnes Ayuk.
90% is the rate of achievement on the airport security and safety infrastructure financed by the World Bank in Cameroon. The objective is to allow the international airports of Cameroon to meet the standards. The visit of the Minister of Transport to the Douala Airport on September 15, 2025 allowed the minister to see the realities on ground. We have just touched fingers through the visit of the road, the safety fence, the video surveillance room, and then the presentation of the Director General of the CCAA of an important contribution to the achievement of the government objectives in the context of the National Development Strategy. We are strengthening the safety and security of our platforms. The work carried out at the International Airport in Douala involves, among other things, the development of a 14-kilometer-long patrol road, the construction of a safety fence to avoid the intrusion of 17.2 kilometers long tracks, and the extension of the video surveillance system.
Le projet visait à
The project aims at improving all international airports. There are Douala, Garoua, Maroua, Salak to make them conform to the standards of the International Civil Aviation Organization. So there have been several realizations of patrol routes because it is mandatory. You know, the airport areas are very vast. There are operations that take place on the side of the runway. The passengers don't see, but whose surveillance is major. And the patrol routes that we have made allow us to monitor all these areas in a conforming way to the standards. There are also safety locks that are not visible, so all the areas are surrounded. There is video surveillance that monitors all areas of the airport, and we are already touching these daily achievements. The World Bank is engaged alongside the State of Cameroon in order to carry out security and security works at the airport in Cameroon. The World Bank supports the Cameroonian government on this project following a request made by the State of Cameroon about 7 or 8 years ago to secure and ensure the safety of these ports infrastructure for the benefit of its users. So the idea is to be able to improve the reputation of Cameroonian international airports in order to attract new airlines to the Cameroonian destination. The achievements in the sector of Cameroonian civil aviation motivated the President of the Republic to award medals in exceptional teams to the top management of the Cameroonian Civil Aviation Authority, CCAA. The ceremony awarding medals was presided over by the Minister of Transport, Jean-Ernest Massinangale Bibehe, in the presence of the Governor of the Littoral Region, Samuel Dieudonné Ivadibo.
And as you heard in one of our lead stories, young Cameroonians have been challenged to shift from job seeking to job creation as the 2025 Academic and Career Counseling Forum opens in Yaoundé. Officially launched by the State Minister of Higher Education, Professor Jacques Famendongo, exhibition stands were visited to see what young people can offer. Let's watch.
The spotlight is on youth empowerment in Yaoundé as the 2025 edition of the Academic and Career Counseling Forum takes center stage under the patronage of the Prime Minister. At the City Hall Esplanade, Higher Education Minister and Chancellor of Academic Orders, Professor Jacques Famendongo, officially launched the event, urging Cameroonian youth to turn away from job seeking and embrace job creation.
Cameroonian universities cannot remain on the sidelines. They must transform not only to align themselves with the requirements of the BMD system, but also to enter in the era of university business in order to play a central role in training competent, responsible, and enterprising citizens.
Backed by partners including the Ministry of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, represented by Minister Achille Basiliken III, the forum highlights pathways for entrepreneurship across diverse fields.
As we are now in the context of students entrepreneurs, we need to strengthen them to ensure that their prototypes are adequately developed. And this is the reason why I came here to also announce that our ministerial department has made the provision this year to fund projects of young entrepreneurs to an amount of 420 million CFA francs.
After the ribbon curtain ceremony, Professor Famendongo toured exhibition stands with enthusiastic high school students who gained valuable insights into professions in medicine, technology, agriculture, and the arts.
Today, as I came here, I was confused on what to do because I'm writing, first of all, my A-level this year. But when I came here, I discovered that accounting is a subject that I want to do. It is a work that I want to perform in future.
Many expressed excitement at the fresh exposure, while exhibitors showcased products spanning technical, medical, botanical, zoological, and artisanal domains.
We are into reviewing how the university system is functioning and which innovation we can bring to be inclusive, to be gender sensitive, to be experiential, and to be hands-on, so that at the end we have the required skills for immediate operationality in the society.
Here we have product produced from epoxy resin craft, which is made up of a synthetic polymer. Here is resin, while this is hardener. And here we also have makeup powder with other items. When combined these together with these colors, we produce items like key holders.
Running from September 17 to 19, the forum seeks to prepare the next generation for a future of innovation and self-reliance.
A total of 225 students from the Nyong and Fumu division have been recognized for their exceptional performances in the 2025 examinations, receiving gadgets at a ceremony held at the Akonolinga Mixed Government High School on September 16, 2025. The award is an initiative of Reine Félicité Betty Asomo. Agnes Ayok has the details.
On September 16, 2025, a commendable event took place at Mixed Government High School, Akonolinga, where 225 students from both government and private secondary schools in the Nyong and Fumu division were honored for their outstanding academic achievements during the 2025 examinations. These students, who excelled in the BAC, GCE Ordinary and Advanced levels, KPM, CAP, and propriétaire received school bags, dictionaries, exercise books, and other school gadgets, as well as a sum of 15,000 to 25,000 francs each. The Academic Excellence Award is an initiative of Reine Félicité Betty Asomo, who expressed her admiration for the hard work and dedication exhibited by the students.
This
initiative is much more to encourage our students so that they improve their school performance and also increase their success level in the official examinations. It is also to assist parents because you know that during the holidays, parents always have a lot of trouble to meet the needs of the family. The ceremony was graced by dignitaries including traditional leaders, the mayor, the divisional officer, senior divisional officer, and other prominent personalities from the region. Their presence underscored the significance of education in the local community and highlighted the collective commitment to supporting students in their educational pursuits. I send out to you my congratulations for your success. I urge you not to sleep if you have to follow this permanent quest for excellence, to always remain at the top. The students expressed gratitude, noting that these school gadgets will greatly assist them.
I'm really grateful because today she really helped us. She just don't help us, she also help our parents to guarantee our next year in the school, and also for all the things that she gave us today. We say thank you.
Just from passing my ordinary level examination with 10 papers, and I'm very, very glad for the prize they have given to me. I thank all the authorities and everybody for everything they have done for me, and I thank my parents for all the efforts they have done. The only thing I have to say is that I'll continue working harder to achieve my goals.
The Excellence Award ceremony not only celebrates the academic achievements of these students, but also reinforces the community's support for education as a vital component of personal and societal development.
And still in education, over 350 rural women in Ambam, Thames Valley Division of the South Region have received end-of-course attestations in ICT as part of the MIGEF 2035 program aimed at training 1 million children, young people and women in ICT by 2035. The ceremony was chaired by the president of the UNESCO ICT Chair for Central Africa, Amon Claude Abanda. Let's watch.
They have been trained in computer skills, word processing, spreadsheets, Excel 1, Internet Level 1, and social networks. This Tuesday at the Ambam Town Hall in the ceremony chaired by Amon Claude Abanda, resident representative of Tv Cameroun and president of the UNESCO ICT Chair for Central Africa, more than 350 rural women of Ambam in the Thames Valley Division of the South Region of Cameroon received end-of-course attestations in ICT. This will go a long way to help them navigate the wall of ICT, thanks to Mrs. Chantal Bia.
Training started 2 weeks ago with daily 2-hour sections. During these sessions, our instructors taught us the basics of computing, including how to use a computer, create documents in Word, and use Excel for calculations and formulas. Today, I am deeply grateful to have received my diploma. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the First Lady, Mrs. Chantal Bia, for making this free training possible. Thanks to this initiative, many opportunities are now open to us young people. Thank you infinitely for this life-changing gesture.
The resident representative of EIE Cameroon and president of the UNESCO ICT chair for Central Africa, Amanclaude Abanda, used the opportunity to urge the women to make good use of the knowledge acquired, making it a resounding success in Ambam.
That our mother, Mama Chantal Biya, is really worthy of admiration.
With the interest shown, it is a moment to create an ICT center in Ambam.
Et je pense que
as soon as the authorities in Ambam provide us with a location, we will come to set up a center here to promote this immense enthusiasm that will empower these women eager to learn and move forward to optimize their production through ICT. And as you can see, they are overjoyed. This is a true and momentous day for Ambam. The general objective of this program, according to the promoters, is to train 1 million children, young people and women in ICT by 2035 in Cameroon to make them more independent in carrying out their projects. An agenda based on the Vision 2035, dear to the President of the Republic, Paul Biya, which aims to make Cameroon an emerging country in the Central African sub-region. Moreover, MIGEV 2035 is a very defined project in terms of gender promotion and the professional integration of the young people and women in Cameroon in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Also present were administrative and municipal authorities as well as members of the Circle of Friends of Cameroon, CERAC.
Merci à Maman Chantal Biya.
The return. And we continue in education as schools across Cameroon enter the second week of resumption for the 2025-2026 school year. Effective teaching is reported in many areas. The situation in the southwest region, particularly in Manu Division, remains mixed as many schools are yet to fully reopen. Agnes Ayo completes that story.
The return to normalcy in the southwest region of Cameroon has been gradual and clouded with uncertainty, largely due to lingering security concerns and parental fears. In Manfé municipality, the primary education sector appears affected. Most school premises remain visibly empty, with classrooms deserted despite the presence of teachers. Parents are still hesitant to release their children, citing fear of the unknown as their primary reason. This hesitancy has left many schools functioning at minimal capacity. The divisional delegates for basic education, Eyong Martin Tabe and team, paid a visit to some schools in Manfé, and only few pupils were in class, though lessons were effectively ongoing for those present.
We have talked about traditional tools and modern tools, kinds of ICTs. Loss. Somebody should come and write the sign loss.
The head teachers in the various schools visited have expressed concern over the low turnout. They noted that despite extensive door-to-door sensitization carried out to encourage school resumption, many parents have chosen to keep their children at home. The school heads urge parents to reconsider their decisions and take advantage of the ongoing classes. They also thanked the Lord Mayor of Manfé, Robertson Ashu, for the provision of benches, while also raising concerns about dilapidated school infrastructures and the lack of potable water in the school premises.
We are doing our best to make sure that children come to school. That's why you have seen the 10 pupils there available. Following our political crisis that is on this area, we are doing our best door to door, encouraging the parents that we are there and will not wait on their own dates. The teaching is already going on. As per last year, we had challenges of dilapidated structures and benches, but our Lord Mayor has provided us with 110 benches, 60 chairs, and 20 tables. That aspect, he has done a lot. It's only remaining renovation because all the roof is leaking.
We have 4 children, 2 in class 3, 2 in class 4. and this is currently going on.
The divisional delegate for basic education, Eyong Martin Tabe, used the opportunity to appeal directly to parents, encouraging them to prioritize education despite prevailing challenges.
Pleading with the parents that education cannot wait, but any other thing can wait. Anytime that they send these children to school, the children would have lost because we have moved to the other schools and we have seen children learning.
Speaking during the first sector conference for basic education stakeholders in Manu, chaired by the senior divisional officer, Awunfak Alenu If Betran, he congratulated teachers for their unwavering commitment to teaching under difficult conditions. He emphasized that education remains a collective responsibility and called for stronger collaboration between the government, school authorities, and the local population to ensure a successful school year.
And we talk of Ambam, a locality in the Ntem Valley division of the South region of Cameroon, where the emergency unit of Ambam District Hospital and Government Nursery and primary practicing school renovated and equipped by Serac women. This has been handed over to the population of this locality. This was accompanied by donations of agricultural and rural tools and youths of the Ntem Valley Division. This ceremony took place in the Ntem Valley and was presided over by the First Lady's representative, Dr. Mrs. Grace Diongute. We shall be having more of that in our subsequent editions. And on to something else, the Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education, Professor Jacques Famendongo, has chaired the installation of the Coordination Committee to fight against STDs, HIV and AIDS in universities. The ceremony took place on September 16 at the National Center for Supervision and Development of the RIC at the University Digital Center in Yaoundé. Details in this report. The fight against STDs, HIV and AIDS in universities is underway as a coordination committee was installed on September 16, 2025. The meeting, chaired by the Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education, Chancellor of Academic Orders, Professor Jacques Famendongo, was an opportunity to disclose various strategies to better combat STDs in universities.
Therefore, the strategy to combat STIs, HIV, and AIDS in higher education is, I can affirm, a broader and more ambitious vision which must consider the production of a university health policy that will be integrated into the national health policy. The coordination committee and local units dealing with the fight against STIs, HIV, and AIDS.
Created earlier this month, the committee is tasked with setting strategic directions and implementing the sectorial strategic plan to combat STIs and making sensitization calls.
This committee that has been launched today is very timely because it's going to really push the efforts around the university environment and sensitize, in order to respond to the epidemic. It's important to also note that from our preliminary results from the Cameroon-based population impact study for HIV showed that we are still at 80% of people who know their HIV status, but the target is 95%. So you see, we still have like 15% gap. So that gap is really, and when you look critically, you realize that this initiative is really going to play a very key role.
The meeting brought together representatives from the Ministry of Public Health, Higher Education, and other health stakeholders. Yaoundé 3 and 6 municipalities are undergoing a transformation as a new waste management system has been put in place. Young persons are giving a new air to dwellers of these neighborhoods, as you tell us in this report, Mimi Tiobo.
In the 3rd district of Yaoundé, specifically in the Ahala and Barrier neighborhood, waste has been occupying unauthorized spaces. As you can see behind us, we have started fabricating dustbins of different capacity that we will take to the field, be it Yaoundé 6 or Yaoundé 3. in collaborations with the Waste Management Services and the City Council to identify the different locations to position the bin. However, improvements are underway. A transit center for household waste located near the Sam Technical High School is being equipped with brand new larger waste bin. Additionally, garbage trucks and other necessary equipments that have been ordered are expected to be delivered soon, aiming to enhance efficiency. The managers of this waste transit center are also setting up on-site offices for better operational comfort.
Bon, enfin, c'est l'incivisme. C'est l'incivisme. Et ce qui n'est pas normal.
In fact, it is uncivilized, which is not normal. We don't need to give all the work to the government. I think we need to be civilized. As it concerns the urban community and the city council, I frankly think that they should all take their responsibilities. At this center, waste is deposited during the day and transported to the Kolfulu dump sites every night. This initiative is anticipated to bring cleaner environment, allowing residents of the 3rd and 6th districts of Yaoundé to breathe fresher air. Yaoundé Waste Management has faced challenges, including financial shortages and delayed contracts. The city generates about 2,600 tons of waste daily, but collections capability are limited, with operators struggling to manage the volume. Efforts are being made to improve infrastructures and collaboration, with plans for waste recycling projects and expanded collection services.
The Bonalea municipality in the Mongo division, after witnessing the deplorable state of the road, provided a budgetary allowance during an extraordinary session meeting. This was to overcome the community's challenges. Phillips Enchi throws more light.
The Bonalea municipality in the Mongo division, Fiko subdivision littoral region, continues facing challenges as residents struggle with the poor condition of the road network. The situation caused by heavy-duty vehicles using the road has been worsened despite efforts by municipal authorities to maintain the road during rainy seasons. The stretch passing through Mangamba, Bonalea, Besukan and surrounding villages has been impacted by these heavy-duty trucks. The situation prompted the municipal council to hold an extraordinary meeting on September 16, 2025, focusing on making budgetary adjustments. The emphasis is on maintaining the road network so as to ensure connectivity between Bonalea town and its neighboring villages.
Cette route, elle est abusivement exploitée par des camionneurs qui ont des ressources de forêt dans notre partie nord de la commune. Et c'est ça qui dégrade la route. Et c'est la raison pour laquelle ce correctif budgétaire a été également appelé pour renforcer la ligne d'entretien, ne serait-ce que pour entretenir cette route et permettre que les populations puissent migrer d'un côté à l'autre sans gêne. Nous avons reçu des ressources nouvelles, notamment le permis de construire. Les recettes qui n'avaient pas été prévues, qui sont arrivées après l'adoption, il était donc important de revoir tout cela et puis insérer dans le budget. Bonalea a réalisé des performances que ceux qui sont habilités à juger ont déclaré les performances exceptionnelles. Le budget finalement arrêté à la somme de 1,584 milliard aujourd'hui. Nous sommes autonomes. Nous n'avons pas d'arriéré de salaire.
The senior divisional officer for Mongo division, Yves Bertrand Nouenjana, presiding over the meeting, expresses full determination to finding lasting solutions to the situation.
Et nous allons veiller et nous avons instruit Monsieur le maire de tout faire pour que ce côté de la commune ne soit pas pénible s'agissant de son accès. Les dispositions seront prises pour que dès l'exercice prochain, la route soit en meilleur état.
Bonalea is transforming thanks to basic infrastructural projects carried out by the municipality, notably the creation of potable drinking water networks, the construction of classrooms, roads, bridges, and integrated health centers. This is aimed at transforming the environment and living conditions of the population.
And news outside Cameroon says in Bolivia, inmates rioted over food shortages before police regained control. In the UK, Donald Trump's second state visit sparked protests despite hopes for a major tech deal. Meanwhile, in South Sudan, conflicts of hunger, climate disasters are driving a worsening humanitarian crisis. Jessica Ndiwum compiled that in this report.
Inmates routed at San Pedro prison in Bolivia over food allowances. Prisoners climbed onto the roof, holding pot lids and signs, shouting slogans about hunger as they called for better conditions. Authorities said the protest was triggered by delays in the payment of daily food allowances and overcrowding inside the prison. The penitentiary regime confirmed that the payments which inmates used to buy food have faced delays this year. Police regained control of the prison after several hours without any injuries being reported. Officials said they are working to address the concerns raised by the inmates and to restore normal operations at the facility. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is set to meet King Charles III during his unprecedented second state visit, as well as British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Not everyone is happy about his visit. Earlier in the week, crowds took to the streets to protest against Trump's visit. Crowds gathered in front of Windsor Castle earlier in the week to demonstrate against Trump's visit. Some chanted, "Donald Trump is not welcome here."
Trump is the first US president to be given a second state visit.
Donald Trump arrived in the UK on Tuesday for a state visit, the first time an American president has been accorded a second state visit in the kingdom. The British government hopes that a multi-billion-dollar technology deal will show UK-US relations are intact, despite differences over the war in Ukraine and the future of the Western Alliance. The US president spent time with King Charles III during a pompous ceremony on Wednesday, before talks on Thursday with Prime Minister Keir Starmer at Chequers, Starmer's rural retreat. They aren't the only ones who are angry about the visit. Images of the US president and the Jeffrey Epstein were projected onto the walls of Windsor Castle on Tuesday evening as Trump touched down in the UK. In other news, South Sudan's political and security crisis is deepening. Communities in Upper Nile states are grappling with a devastating convergence of ongoing violence, severe economic hardship, and relentless climate-related disasters, forcing tens of thousands to flee their homes and now challenging those attempting to return. The situation in counties like Nasir is particularly dire. Following waves of conflict, including area bombardments, displaced populations are beginning to return, only to find their homes destroyed and essential supplies non-existent. James Gadwick Jock, the Nasir County Commissioner, reports a critical lack of shelter, food, and basic non-food items. Many have lost their homes, and there is no shelter, no cooking utensils. All these necessities are unavailable, he stated, highlighting that limited airdropped aid is insufficient to meet the overwhelming needs of the population.
And that does it for tonight's edition of our news. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for your keen attention and stay in the company of our programs. Have a good evening.